Hey everybody, it's Thursday, which means it's another episode of Naturally Unbothered. I am Shari.
I'm Tasha.
I am Corey.
And Ebony is taking a day off. Y'all, welcome to the show. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good and rejuvenated. So I'm excited about today's show.
What are y'all drinking?
I'm drinking tequila. The little bit that I had left over.
Come on,
I
coffee
can't
cup.
to you because I put it in my.
In your Naturally Unbothered mug? That's what I'm talking about. Because that's to be drinking it out of.
Right. I just
Corey?
have some lemonade and vodka. Lemonade and vodka I'm drinking tonight.
Okay, all right, okay. A little spiked lemonade.
Yeah, keep it simple.
I'm drinking an old fashioned.
Old fashioned. That sounds good right about now.
Mm-hmm.
Sound refreshing.
Shit.
Trying to grow a little hair on my chest.
That will do it too.
It sure will. It'll get it. It'll get it.
So y'all, let's get into this little shame-worthy topic. Let me tell y'all about this motherfucker right here. See, this okay, the show that we did last week was about sexual assaults. And I only wish that we would have had this motherfucker to shame last week when we did that show. Because this motherfucker, this Georgia dude from like Cobb County, Georgia, has molested 3 generations of women.
Wow. 3.
1, 2, 3 generations. Wow. I ain't even surprised. If you knew what I knew in the House of Horrors.
Wow.
Let me read y'all this story. Georgia man gets life for molesting, raping 3 generations of the same family. His name is Benny Frank Johnson. He's 66 years old. He was sentenced to 2 life terms plus 5 years after he was found guilty of rape, aggravated child molestation in late February of 2018. That's when he was arrested. It was an 8-year-old girl that he assaulted. And the mom of the daughter told the investigators that he also had abused her. And then during trial, another family member came forth and said that she was also sexually assaulted by him. Sexually abused by him, I should say.
Wow.
This motherfucker is a
piece of shit. I do have some questions behind this. Now, he was the 8-year-old girl. What was his relation? Oh, it didn't say.
It does not say.
A family member or?
It doesn't say.
Oh, and it really doesn't even say that he's a family member, right?
Oh, it doesn't say that he is, but I'm going to assume that he is.
I would think so.
Because how do you have
a family member or a very close family friend to be able to have access?
Right. That's
3 different generations.
For 3 generations of people.
Uncle or something.
Wow. That's sad. And then the sad part is it's probably not even just them 3.
It's probably not.
Nope.
But as a person who has been molested, I cannot see leaving my children with the person who molested me.
That's what I was thinking, but I was like, I don't want to be a blame and be like, why? So I just shut up. But
that ain't, circumstances aren't always necessarily that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, this parent may not know that this person is around when they're not around. You know what I'm saying? To be able to say, they might be at work and they might be left with a grandma per se. You know what I'm saying? They at the grandma's house. And if this is one of the grandma's children, you know, and they just happen to come over while my child is there, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have no recollection. It's not that I chose to leave my child with this person that I know did this to me, but you just don't never know the family dynamic or whatever that, you know, to where they was left.
And it sounds like nobody ever said anything.
Correct.
You know,
that is
It
correct.
just sounds like life out loud. And that's just why I'm saying it. Like I was saying, you know, I think Shari, we talked about it on the last episode, the trauma episode, that, you know, I was, you know, my abuser apologized to me at my grandmother's funeral. And then at the dinner of my grandmother's funeral, I found out that he had been doing the same thing to my younger cousin. And who's to say who else and who else and who else? You know what I'm saying? And then to get that, and that was 10 years ago that we had this conversation and this apology happened. Last year, only maybe like 6 months ago, even, me and my cousin had this, she was here, we had this conversation and we dove a little deeper into what was happening and found out some other stuff. So you just never know the situations and how they end up in those people's care, if you will.
Right.
You just never know.
That is sad.
You can't always blame the parent.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't even allow my kids to spend the night at the person at my grandfather's house in fear that the person was going to be there.
Yeah. It's all in all just shameful. So prayers to those victims and the other victims and the whole family. Like,
yeah,
it is totally unfortunate. And Benny Frank Johnson, you are the ultimate piece of shit.
We didn't even guess his race, but I don't think we need to.
We don't.
I don't think so. You say Johnson?
Yeah. I think it's the first word on on your shirt. That's what I think. Then I love him. That's what I thought.
Blackity black. Does it provide a picture?
Oh yeah, I have a picture. Mm-hmm.
We might as well put his ass out there since we shamed
Might
him.
as well.
I got a picture of him.
Let the people know.
Ass all the way.
Yeah, I have a. Y'all know I always have a picture.
3 generations. Wow. I think this is a prime example of, and I know it's easier said than done, but a prime example of maybe he looked like, yeah. But
look
a prime
like
example.
You better not deny him.
He can get away. But why people, we need to encourage people and give people that safe space to be able to come forward to stop generational curses, especially from one individual, you know. But yeah, so it's a good thing he's caught, so he could not continue.
Yeah. So I just went to the New York Post and it says that the last victim that came out, this piece of shit was married to her mother. So he's related by family. I mean by marriage, not by family, so by marriage.
The 8-year-old girl, he was.
No, the second one that came out.
Oh, you know, the mom.
The mother came out, and then when they were doing the trial, another person came out. That other person, mother, was married to him.
Gotcha.
So he's related by marriage, and he's over here wreaking havoc and destroying lives. You're a piece of shit, Mr. Benny Frank Johnson. Shame on you.
Motherfucker, yo.
Shame. Whew. Okay.
Tasha, tell us something. Give us something. Give us some fucks of facts. Change the momentum up in this bitch.
Okay, we need to.
Yeah, I could give a fucking fact, but I actually have this video I want to play for y'all and get y'all's opinion of this. So this is kind of like some celebrity shit, but
Okay.
We'll take some celebrity dish.
I like the celebrity
dish.
shit.
All right, I'm gonna play this video as before I give my opinion, and then just let y'all share y'all's opinion.
Okay.
I had to set it.
Oh my God. I just thought about something.
What?
I'm gonna share.
Share it while she's looking hers up. Share it.
So
I'm just trying to let it get past the commercial. That's all.
Oh, okay. It's some new shit I'm going through. Sorry.
Go ahead.
So, have you guys ever been or had anybody into feet worship?
One person.
So this just happened to me this weekend.
Okay.
And some freaky shit. But
wait, I think you should save this because we're gonna probably need this. This is gonna be a up. We're gonna need you after this.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna need you after this because that's gonna be a good, funny story.
Yeah, it is.
This could go either way.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck. Hold on.
Don't choke.
I was shocked to see what I saw, what I was seeing, but I was seeing.
Listen. I literally was like, "What's happening here?"
That one was a good one.
We had a rough day.
Here you go.
What's up with them? You got any girlfriends? I'm a single individual right now.
Hello.
You know what? I'm a single individual. Right
I ain't even
now.
trying to show y'all. I'm just trying to let y'all hear.
I'm kind of no. I'm kind of don't speak about who.
Wait, hold on. Let me guess. You don't identify with a sex neither, right?
Did I say that?
I'm asking you. You don't want to say you keep it real. Let's talk about it.
Did I say that though?
You did not, but I'm asking you.
You know, it's there's so many different titles, especially today. And where I find myself is desiring someone who wants me and is willing to accept me for who I am. Yeah.
So
it's a daily challenge, you know.
But they live too much, and I don't want to put a label on you. You know what I'm saying? But you just said anybody who like you, so that means if a man like you, you may go that direction. If a man like you and you feeling them,
I think that if any situation, especially today, it's gonna be a very challenging process.
Bro, but are you ashamed to say that you like men if you do? Like because if you do, no disrespect to you, but if you do, like, aren't you supposed to like not be ashamed of it and be proud of who you are? Or in this industry, it's more acceptable.
I'm very proud of who I am,
bro. Stop. Were you born with it, bro? Like, come on. I need the answer. What I'm saying.
I'm telling you the answer. I'm trying.
Were you born gay, bro? Come on, stop. I said. See, I didn't want to yell.
See.
So I'm saying I didn't want to do that because you forced me.
Okay. So
you forced me instead of you playing Ring Around the Rosy, and I'm trying
to answer your way. I'm trying to answer.
But you trying to do it politically. We
no.
These conversations are necessary.
Answer your question.
Zeke?
I'm trying. Oh.
Yeah. Have you ever been with a woman in your life?
So I'm not going to talk about my sex life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's when you cross the line.
Yeah.
Respect. All right, catchy.
What do y'all think about that interview?
Okay. First of all, who was that?
That was Daniel Lee Bellamy from Zeke from Power Book 2.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't watched that, but now I'm gonna watch it.
I haven't watched it either, but so when I first saw that interview, because that's all I saw, it made me very uncomfortable watching that and the way that they handle him in that perspective.
They handle him wrong.
Today I went back and watched the entire interview, and I feel a little bit different about it, but not really. But because I saw what led them up to that, because right there it just seemed like they just went right in.
Right.
With an agenda.
Right.
But that's not how it happened. But when I first saw that, I was just like, I was kind of fucked up about it. And I was like, I'm gonna use this for the show because it kind of fucked me up. And I was like, if a person is in a space like he seems to be like he's not ready to come out with it, maybe he's still battling with it, and it's like they literally like that dude literally like just drug him out
in his mouth and snatched it out. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it just made me feel so uncomfortable. And I was like, if somebody is not in a good mental state with that could lead to somebody going to take themselves out or anything like that.
Anything
you know what I'm
like
saying?
that.
That's where it first took me. I was just like, that's
Read the room. Like you see
like,
Yes.
come on. You don't need to get a reaction that bad that you just like, but anyway, I just
that's interesting though, but two things. I feel like even though he didn't say anything, it's almost like he said a lot.
Yeah.
And even the fact of what he didn't say, like, I'm kind of proud of him because 10 years ago, that wouldn't have happened. That would not have happened. That looked like, I don't know that podcast or show, but it looks like it's very male kind
I
of
looked it up today.
toxic masculinity energy.
Right. Well, I looked it up once I went back to that video and when I decided to do more research on it to talk about it for the show. And it's called, I looked it up on YouTube. It's called something flip something. Y'all know
that was interesting though.
I mean, that was just too much. Just like, why let him, if he's not ready to live in his truth, don't
let him
force him to.
Right. And it was very obvious, like he don't want to.
Queen's Flip podcast. And then flip the script. Queen's Flip with a Z. Queen's Q.
Oh, they must be in Queens.
Oh, okay.
But I watched the entire interview and, they were asking him about doing the scene with whoever he do the scene with. I guess some love scenes, maybe with somebody beautiful on the show. And they were asking him like about that. And the way he was not answering or the way he was answering is what kind of led them to start asking those questions too. So
it don't matter what he said previously, the way that they handled
the way
him,
they drug him. And I ain't even gonna say they because
it was the other one.
Was kind of quiet.
What's his name? What's the dude's name?
I'm gonna have to go back and find it. Let me see.
Oh, okay. It ain't important. The heaviest.
It's on YouTube. I can't remember his name, but it say it all through that bit through the script. He was an ass. He was
wrong for that shit.
I don't think I've ever heard like a dude like that looking type of dude ever say that. Like I've heard a lot of women will say, I just want to find somebody that's into me. Like I've never heard like a dude say that. So besides all that, I kind of find that beautiful, that he's come to.
I wrote down a couple of questions. I wrote, do y'all feel like he was bullied out of the closet? Oh, I said both of those. So
yes, definitely. He definitely was bullied out of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also put, do y'all feel like he brought that line of questioning on himself? Some people like to play devil's advocate and say, well, with all of the abla abla abla. Either you are or you're not. And that's the
It doesn't
conversation
matter. He doesn't have
it matter. I agree, but that's somebody else's opinion. And I was just saying because it was brought up today at work, and it was like, well, once they heard him, it was like, they was like, well, I mean, if he do, he do. If he don't, he don't. I said, but you don't know where somebody is. He may be in a position where he don't want to lie and say he fuck with women because he might have a lover out there that's watching this that he don't want to hurt, and then he may have some people that don't know that he's not all the way out of the closet, that don't know yet. So he still has some things that he needs to take care of in his own personal life. So I feel like for that dude to just drag him out of the closet was just so fucked up.
It definitely was about.
They still told his story. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's true.
Because that was super fucked up.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Corey. Now tell us your little piece. Thank you, Tasha, for that.
You will.
So I met this dude that's into feet worship and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm out here trying to be more open about things and stuff like that. And so it kind of piqued my interest. So I'm like, So he kept, asking me like, are your feet aching? And I'm like, aching? Like, who says aching? Like, who uses that word? Like, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, my feet are aching. And so
you played the role.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like, you want, what do you say? You want that footwork? Footwork, okay. So he was like, you have any nylons? And I said, no, I don't have any nylon. He said, would you be open to wearing some? And I thought for a minute and I said, well, shit, might as well go all the way in this thing. So I'm like, yeah, I would be open.
Proud of you.
And so he was like, okay, let's, meet up today, blase, blase. He was like, go get some nylons. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get me some nylon. So I go get them, and then I, go.
Corey, did you match them up to your skin?
No, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just got some. So
they knew, was they white or was they black?
They were, okay, so the thing said,
you look ashy.
The thing
off
said
black.
off black.
Okay.
But it looked kind of brown to me.
Okay.
I don't know, but and they were, I don't know what you call them, but they came up to like my calf.
Thigh highs, knee highs.
Knee highs. So, anyway, so I get there, whatever. So like, I'm putting like the stockings, these are stockings, right? I'm putting the stockings on, and he is like getting so turned on. And so I'm like, okay. So he grabbed my feet and he gets a licking and sucking, and I'm like, oh, but it was like, it was an experience. It was definitely an experience. And I think I was getting turned on from the fact of how turned on he was at it. I mean, it wasn't really like something I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get into feet, but I enjoyed how much he was enjoying it. Mm-hmm. Like it was real nice. And he was like, would you paint your toes for me? And I'm like, you want me to paint my toes? And he had did some little slick move with that tongue. So I agreed to go get my toes painted. Yeah. After that, so yeah, I had me a new kink. I had me a new kink this weekend.
Little fetish, yeah. I love it. That's so awesome.
That's what's up. Well, let me tell you about my first experience with someone who liked feet.
Oh.
This wasn't even someone who I was even sexual with. Mm-hmm. This was him licking and sucking my toes was the closest we got to sex. We had just come back from like swimming, and he was like, you about to get in the shower? I was like, yeah, you can go use the other shower. It's like, oh, okay. So he went and used the other shower, and I, showered, got out the shower, oiled myself up, put on some shorts, t-shirt, was like, yeah, okay. He comes out or whatever. And I still was putting some oil on my legs. And he was like, oh, let me do that. And I was like, no. He was like, well, let me do your feet then, since you don't want nobody touching on your legs. And I was like,
pause. Was this somebody that you were trying to talk to, or was this
no,
like a homie?
this was just the homie.
Okay.
Just the homie. Like I said, I ain't never even. We just always hang out, just go get a drink, chill.
Okay.
This is the homie.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay. So I've let him oil my feet. He gave me a bomb foot massage, and then he was just like, he's like, you got some nice feet. I was like, thank you. He was like, I would ask you, but you don't say no. And he just starts sucking on my toes, and I was like, and so I snatched my foot back, and he was like, no. He's like, let me show you what I like. And just got to splitting my toes apart.
That was it.
Toe jams that in between.
All in between.
He found your toe clit. That's what happened to Corey.
He straight found my toe clit.
That's what happened.
I was sitting over there like,
that split did it.
You don't know what you like until a motherfucker slide some shit in on your ass.
Yeah. Be like, oops.
Hey, that joker found my toe clit.
It was fun though. It was fun.
It was bomb. It was bomb. And I was like, anybody that say I don't like feet, but anybody that want to,
right.
Go ahead. Here you go.
Okay.
Spread them out. Spread the toes out. Definitely.
Because it's over once they spread their toe out. It's over.
That joker got to go in between them toes. I was like,
had no idea that the toes would like some shit like that.
His anatomy, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then afterwards I just kept looking at him like,
why did you look at him differently?
Who he all his toe jams in his mouth?
Yeah. Like, did he have a drink out of any of my drinks? Like, I'm over here.
That is funny.
I'm over here looking at him like straight sideways.
Okay.
Like, and when I tell you we didn't never talk about it ever again, and it never happened again.
It's like it just never happened.
It never happened again. We hung out plenty of times after that. It was awkward the first couple times, but I was like, well, if he ain't gonna bring it up, I ain't saying shit. And
he
never
probably
said
thinking
shit.
the same thing too. He probably
ain't never said shit. This is the first time I even said shit about this shit, probably since the shit happened.
Keep your toes covered up around that nigga.
What'd you say?
Keep your toes covered up around his ass.
Girl.
Keep your toe cleavage.
Okay. Don't be looking at my feet like that.
My toe cleavage.
Keep your toe cleavage put away.
He be wearing flip-flops and he like, oh my God.
Right.
The way that thong is going through that toe.
You hear me? Them tea bags.
I ain't even about to be able to do it. I'm just saying, I just was like,
toe tea bags.
Okay. That's funny. Wow.
He like, why you got them boots on? It ain't that cold outside. Your sandals.
Motherfucker walk around in Uggs in 100-degree weather.
Yeah, that motherfucker like, I hate, why you got them Uggs on, girl?
You all covered up.
Yeah, it's Texas. I lived in Texas too. This is Texas.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
I'm walking around with some Uggs in Texas and freaking hot ass summer.
Right.
feet just sweaty than a motherfucker.
I can't be dressing all revealing around him.
It did change things. I'm telling you. When he come over, I have on socks.
Nigga want to play.
But it was nice though. It was nice.
It was very nice. And I will say to this day, ain't nobody ever sucked my toes the way he sucked my toes. Ever.
Say he was the one.
This is what I was thinking as this nigga had my toes in his mouth. I was like, I wonder if people, I'm supposed to be sitting here enjoying this shit and I'm thinking about stuff. I'm like, I wonder if people that are into like the foot kinks are like being humiliated. Because I feel like having feet on you is kind of, I don't know, I feel like a person would like that. Like,
so my challenge to you, since you said that, the next time y'all hook up, just take your foot, smash it in his face, smear it around, and see.
Well, I've already done my assignment because I am an overachiever. I'm an overachiever, so my assignment is already done.
Oh, so you was half-ass telling the story.
Well, it was just a question that came up, but as I'm thinking it, I'm like smashing his face with my foot, and
so you just you're wondering
problem with this type
so
of
now
shit,
you're
too.
wondering if you should add the words with the smash.
Yeah,
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
you
because
should.
it was like, you know, he was enjoying the whole process.
So
But
what would you say? What would you say while you smashing your toes against his face? What would you say?
Oh shit, I don't even fucking know.
Get a pillow and put your toes on it. Let that be his face right quick.
Let me see.
Tell us what you would say.
You like that shit? You like me stepping on your motherfucking face, nigga? Like that? You like that heel in your fucking mouth, don't you? Fucking bitch, you dirty bitch.
That's what I'm talking about, Corey.
Yes.
Yes, Corey.
But I do feel like
motherfucking assignment.
Okay, but you know, there is like people who like being humiliated, like sexually, and I'm wondering if that's like kind of a leeway to the feet because, you know, putting your foot on somebody is kind of, you know, if somebody kick you, it's like the fuck. So
almost disrespectful is spitting.
Almost disrespectful is, yeah. So you think about like the saying, like I had my foot on his neck, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm wondering. So he may be into it.
Do it once and see how it works out.
So this is going back to the video Tasha shared. I found out that he's bisexual. He's never had sex with a man. He's only done foot stuff with. And I was like, word.
So when you get finished, you just shove your in his mouth and finish him out.
Well, okay. There another assignment has been. I'm passing this class. Let me tell you something.
Damn it. We might need to take some motherfucking class from you.
Valedictorian in this motherfucker.
Hey, my next one, where I go with my next one, if you did this one, we shutting the show down. Fuck the topic. Fuck to say my name.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so explain this part before we go on to the next one.
So, I mean, during the process, he just started sucking my dick. You know, so I wish I had a long, wonderful story about it, but he just went down. So
was he any good at it?
No.
What'd you say? What was the
No.
question? What was Shari's question?
She said,
Was
was
he
he any
good?
good?
Oh,
And he
No.
wasn't. That should have, because and in that moment, I didn't know that he had never had penetration sex with a man. I didn't know that in that moment, but that would answer like
some questions.
some questions.
All right. So we're gonna step it up a notch and then hopefully you ain't did this, but I don't know right now.
Okay, let's see.
I'm 2 for 3 right now. All right. So next time, get them all undressed.
Okay.
Put a little oil on your feet.
Okay.
Slide it down his butt crack.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
massage your big toe. Rim with your big toe.
I'm with it. Okay. So this assignment, no, I'm just playing.
Flying colors.
Right. This assignment I'm here for, and I will be ready to do that. He already asked for another session. Already.
He asked you. We're pleasers. You got to give the people what they want.
What they want. And he is so fine. Like, body is like, he looks like a tall version of the baby. Older version to me. But
Okay.
yeah. So
All right.
okay.
So since we own the topic of sex, when are we not?
Right.
If the sex is whack, how long will you stay in a relationship?
I mean, do I really like this person? Is it what's the scenario? Like, is it new? I don't know. You must really don't. Have y'all ever liked anybody, like really been into somebody and the sex was bad? I feel like usually when you are into people, like really into them, the sex is good.
I kind of feel like if they are lacking in the sex area, they better be immaculate in some other areas.
Yeah.
And so
I don't know if that's ever happened to me, somebody that I really liked that it wasn't, like the sex wasn't good. I don't know, that's kind of hard to answer, but
I'm gonna say I'm probably not staying that long because
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
sex is important. I don't care how much people try to say that it's not. It is important. And yes, some people can be taught how to come up to your sexual level. Some people are willing to be open to learning, and some people are just closed off and be like, I'm just a barbarian and I'm trying to get a nut and I don't give a fuck what she got going on. And there is no teaching them. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep pushing. I don't be able to do it.
I'm not gonna be able to be there. I'm not a cheater. So
Yeah.
I got to go.
I gotta go.
Got to go.
I got to go.
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
I don't care if I have another lover. I'm still leaving you.
Yeah, keep you for what?
Has this ever happened? I don't think it's ever happened to me.
I can't think of a situation where that's ever happened, but I can say that there's a situation where, when motherfuckers' representatives started to show up after so long, like the sex was decent, horrible, but then when the real person started to show up and the representative started to wear off, like better sex would have kept me maybe a couple of months longer, but like mediocre sex and you turn out to be, not who the fuck, I'm gonna have to pass with all that.
Okay.
Gave a motherfucker a 90 day, it was a 90-day trial in the beginning, and it just, I was ready. I was done in 30. I was ready to be done with it in 30 days. I was just like, Then I drug it out for 60. And it was like, okay, let's
Your
just not.
subscription will not be renewed.
We're not.
Sorry. Wow.
Early
Yeah, no.
termination. You do not
I
meet
don't
the
think I
probation
have
age.
any examples. I just don't even have the. I don't know how to tame my tongue long enough. I just even
That's
after
the-
the first. If the first time that I feel like it's whack, it's just over.
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Usually you
I
don't
did
even
have
get
a
that far.
relationship that the sex was whack. Now that I think about it,
You did.
it was the spitter's brother.
Mhm. Were you into him?
I
That's
Or
think
a
you
it
was
no.
just doing
was
something?
a situational. It was a situational situation. Yeah.
So no. So
And I wasn't, but it's a long story, but no.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible if you really into somebody, like you really
I
like.
be trying not to give people a second chance after they don't do good on the first chance. So I already know.
I can't even,
that-
I don't even want to go into this situation. This is not that important, but
I-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like if we not even getting that far, if I ain't feeling nothing, I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, like I came with this person.
Okay.
I mean, but you can come from your
I
own
know how
business.
to make myself come.
Yeah,
Correct.
right.
Yeah,
So
like,
basically,
so-
you was fucking yourself.
I mean, no, it wasn't because it was a situation to where like I barely wanted to have sex with him, and then when we did, like, nigga, he wanted some sex, and I was just like, one time I popped in like a porn, and then like I need something that's gonna turn me on because you don't. Right. And so did that. And then like the next time he wanted sex, I was like, hold on. I was trying to turn the thing. He was like, we don't need that. Every time I'm thinking, nigga, yeah.
Yeah, we
yes,
do.
we do.
Look, we
Yeah,
may
we do.
not need it, but I need it.
I looked at him like, yeah. If
You
if
want
you
me
think
to
you
make
can-
it through today, don't you?
We do. We absolutely do. So yeah, it was not. Mm-mm.
Oh wow.
I did have that situation. And we was together for 2 years.
Oh wow, Tasha. So was it the whole time, or did it like the last 9 months it turned into that? It was the whole time.
Like I think at that point in time, I was so involved in my career that it didn't even matter. Like that's when I started working for Sephora. You know what I'm saying? That was where my focus was. And then we had a business outside of that, Lights, Camera, Fashion. And so we was working on that. So we were business partners. I think why the relationship lasted so long, because he was a one night stand that just ended up staying.
2 years.
He was a one night stand.
My
that
one
ended up
night stand
staying.
lasted. Well, he wasn't a one night stand, but my freaking wham bam, thank you, ma'am, lasted for 12 years. So I get that part.
This motherfucker was a one night stand.
But the sex was not bad.
stuff.
None of the time. I mean, the first time it was horrible. And I was not gonna do it again. And then my best friend was like, y'all don't know each other yet, give them a chance. It's just, 12 years later.
12 years later. Okay. See, this is a prime example. Sometimes you have to give a second chance.
No, you don't. Fuck that. You don't. Fuck that. Courtney, you got your segment together. Let's segue into something else for this good. This good.
Yeah.
Say my name. Say my name. Get us some say my name. Say my name.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Okay. So this comes in from a gentleman. Basically says, I have no idea what to do with what I found. In fact, I wish I had not found it. So I was reorganizing our garage and found a box of my wife's stuff from before we were married. There's tons of documents and stuff. But I also found a stack of cards. She rated the performance of each guy she's been with on an official scorecard. complete with comments at the bottom and all of this. He said, first, there are a lot of them. There's over 30. Is that a lot?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So over 30. She had told me she had only been with about 6 or 7 guys. What they say you always got. And then you would have came up with 30, okay? So it says, okay, she had only told me she had been with 6 or 7. So she lied. Second, I found my scorecard, and let's just say it wasn't impressive. I got a 4 on her scale. I got a scale on her a score from 1 through 10. And said that she was not complimentary. I only found one other guy rated lower. But here's the big thing. There was a scorecard for one of my best friends dated just a few weeks before we were married, and he got an 8. I had no idea she had been with him. Neither of them said anything or have let on. What should I do with this? It's making me crazy.
First of all, she's still fucking your boy.
She's still fucking him.
And you're the better man.
Basically.
That's all I got to say.
Basically. Like, that sums it up. That sums it up. You had stability, probably had a good little job, like.
You treat her great.
You treat her great.
You're
like
the perfect husband.
You don't make that pussy wet. And, she probably.
Put that thump.
Right. She's probably a woman of a certain age and was like, listen, I got to give me some security.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm gonna let homeboy go. He gonna blow her back out at least once a month. He got to blow her back out at least once a month.
Yeah. Now,
and sir, you want him to continue to blow her back out once a month so you can stay happily married. You want this for yourself. You do, sir. You do. Absolutely.
He said it's making me crazy.
It should not. You should chill out. Because you're going to ruin the best relationship you've ever been in.
That man ain't said all of that.
He got to be.
Yeah, he's going to ruin the best relationship he's ever had just because he don't want his homie to have none. His homie had it before you. You actually getting seconds. Your homeboy ain't tripping. You don't trip. He ain't tripping.
No, the homeboy came after him. 8 weeks before they got engaged, I think.
Oh, well.
Oh, before they got engaged.
Got engaged. Oh, I thought it was before they met.
He dipped his stick in the pudding.
And you know what? It gives me the best man. That's what it kind of gives me. The homeboy slept with the wife. So y'all don't think he should say anything to nobody? Just keep on going.
If you want your relationship to continue to be happy, let Billy pipe her down and send her home to you.
That ain't Billy. That's Tyrone. First of all,
that's Tyrone. That's Robert or Tyrone.
Junebug from the block.
Whoever, Junebug, Day, whoever you want it to be, let him continue to knock your girl down. Send her home. It's probably once a month that she is the wettest she's ever been. That's the day that you take full advantage of her. Slut her the fuck out. Slut her out on that day that she comes home and that thing is the wettest that it has ever been. I mean, slut her the fuck out.
So slosh around in your boy's nuts.
Slosh in it.
That's so nasty.
Slosh in it.
Ain't no fun if the homie can't have none.
And yep.
Don't suck your homeboy's sperm after wife.
You've heard it here, sir.
Oh God,
that's it. That's my
slosh behind your homeboy. Well, that's a lot though. That is a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I would handle that.
You don't know how you handle it, Corey?
I really don't. I really don't. I would have to talk to somebody.
You talking to us? What would you do, Corey?
I'm gonna have to talk to somebody.
Literally. No, like I think this would fuck me up though. This would fuck me up.
That scorecard shit, man.
Yeah, like
You're
I
a
wouldn't
4 and only
I would-
one person was worse than you,
man,
and there was over 30 cards.
over 30 cards. And imagine him thinking he really believed in her. Like, my wife only been with 6 or 7 guys. First of all, when your number is that low, that little should let you know she was lying right there. Because if she gonna say 6 or 7, if your number that low, you would know if it's 6 or 7. So this or should have been like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
How
6
come she
or
don't know?
7 times 3.
Or 20.
Right. Like, and you think like if somebody that into like the whole sex game that they keep in score, oh yeah, it's more than 30.
First of all, how many people did she have sex with before she started taking
She
score?
started taking
Because you didn't start taking score off your first one.
exactly. You thought about it. You
She
thought
might
about
have
it
been, she might have
some
been
years
20,
later
20 dudes in and was like, you know
or
what?
more.
I'm gonna start rating these dudes.
Let me tell you what I think where this has come from. I feel like this is the conversation that happened. She on the phone, she with her homegirls. Girl, let me tell you about this dude. This motherfucker sex was whack and blah blah. Well, we should start rating these motherfuckers. And they gotta kiki and giggle off of that and say, bitch, we
That's
gonna start
exactly
doing it.
how it starts. So if you find her closest friends, they probably got cards too.
Yeah. You know they got some cards.
This some shit me and my friends would damn do.
Exactly. And we would come every now and then we would bring our scorecards out. Let me tell you what's been going on. Yeah.
Let me see y'all last 10 ratings.
If I did that shit, I would not have evidence laying around for a motherfucker to find. That's for damn sure. We're gonna do this shit. We're gonna talk about it and we're gonna burn this shit like we do when the new moon comes. We're gonna burn this shit and get rid of these soul ties. We're not gonna keep this shit
You
third.
got hard copies and shit.
That's what we ain't gonna do.
Where's the sage?
Right. This shit out of here.
That is funny.
On that note, y'all, I'm gonna say this closing. This is the only closing I have. So this was like right when the show started. So this shit is generic as fuck. But y'all gonna get this closing the way y'all get this closing because Ebony ain't here to give it. So follow Nasty Unbothered on IG, Twitter, Facebook. First of all, we didn't have nothing else. It says listen to us on Anchor and Apple and Spotify.
Look how
But we
far
know
y'all
we have
done
way
came.
more than that now.
Right.
Y'all can go see all these episodes on YouTube. We're on Amazon Music. We're on iHeart. We're on just anywhere you get your podcast is where you can find Naturally Unbothered. We're everywhere. And if you are looking for some Naturally Unbothered merchandise, t-shirts, mugs, anything Naturally Unbothered, go to naturallyunbothered.com and buy that shit. The prices did go up. We told y'all they was going up. They went up. They didn't go up that much.
Everything going up.
We know gas is high, so
Yeah.
we didn't want to make our prices too high.
Pussy went up.
But they went up. Yeah, the price of pussy.
$20 no more.
Yeah. Definitely. Price of pussy went up. So you can't get away with no more taking bitches to the Sizzlers. You're gonna have to go and do some extras now, you know.
Sizzler still exists.
I was just
there's
thinking,
still
I wish
one
I could go
here.
to the Sizzler right about now.
There's one still here.
I think
Really?
there's one in Oklahoma somewhere too.
Yeah, there is still one.
You talking about Western Sizzling or
It is
Sizzler?
one. It's Western Sizzlers.
I used to fuck with Western Sizzling. Let me tell you,
What's the
It
Sizzler?
That
was way
Texas
better. It was
toast-
way better than Golden Corral.
it sure was.
It
Yeah.
was the shit.
Man,
Who's right here?
yeah.
Look that up.
Oh yeah, I think
Look
if
that
it
up.
is, Sasha, let me know because the next time I come home, I'm going to the
I have to
Sizzler.
go. We go to the Sizzler. It's either one in Midwest City. It might be one out there by the Irie Coffee Shop, going toward that way.
It might be. I would think
That
it
one
because
might
you know
be
that's
there.
where the last El Chico was too. It stayed out there for a long time. I was butthurt when they closed that mug.
Yep.
El Chicos.
I love me some freaking El Chicos now.
Let me tell you something that I thought about in Oklahoma that's not open anymore. Do y'all remember Rex? Rex Chicken?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember that. Oh my God. It was kind of like Chick-fil-A, but they had like stores
I remember
over
Krispy Kreme.
I remember Krispy King.
Krispy King.
That's what I mean. And
Krispy King.
I miss Krispy Kreme.
Mm.
Yeah, that was
Baby,
them
get
burgers.
some gizzards.
Oh my
burgers,
God, I used
honey.
to tear their gizzards up.
Yes.
With a
Yes.
strawberry
Chicken
soda.
wings, and I used to go get me some chicken wings, some gizzards,
And
and
some
some dinner rolls, honey.
Mm.
Some
Out of that.
spuds and that hot sauce. Why was
That
that,
hot sauce was
That
fire.
hot, that little cup.
that
Yeah.
little bitty
Yeah.
little eyedropper?
Yeah.
Little cup of hot sauce, baby.
It was
Oh my-
fire. It was
Oh my
fire.
God, that shit was so fire.
It was.
Oh my
It
God.
was good times. Good times.
Man,
Hot sauce.
that was
Mm.
great. You can get you like 6 pieces of chicken for like $2.
$2. Yes.
With mad money to spare.
Heck
Man,
yeah, that some fried okra. Ooh.
Yes.
they need to come back.
Man, they tore that down. It was turned to a liquor store and now it's gone.
It's a liquor store. It's still that liquor
Oh,
store still there.
I thought all that stuff was cleared out.
Everything is gone except for where Krispy King was. That whole shopping center is gone except for
Really, I haven't been.
because you know
over.
that wasn't connected to the shopping center. It was on
I
its
know it
own.
wasn't.
It was like in front, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Kinda-
Yeah.
It's called Kemp's or something. But that's the only thing that's right there is the liquor store. That's
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, we thank y'all for tuning in and listening. And you know, too bad y'all didn't get no Krispy King. If you didn't have no Krispy King in your life, you don't really know.
You don't.
I mean,
know.
the Prince Hall store is good, but they ain't got shit.
On
Oh,
Krispy
no.
King.
Krispy King. You know what I'm saying? The Prince Hall store still slap though.
Yeah, it did. If
I
that's
don't
what you
even
had.
I don't even eat meat no more. But when I go home, I'm going there.
You
I'm gonna have a
risk it
stomach
all.
ache. I'm
But
be
the
cooking
Prince
it
Hall
all
store is
with
still
the
there,
home.
right? It's still there,
Yes.
right?
Tasha
Okay.
tell you, I come by, I buy everything and I eat
Somebody
it
came with a
all.
whole bag and just laid it out on the table.
It just laid it out
Breezy.
on the table like it was seafood. You know how y'all had the seafood boy, you put everything
That's
out?
exactly
That's
what
how I had
you
all the
did.
Prince Hall food.
Then-
Burritos.
It
chicken,
took me a
pork
minute to
chops.
realize. I was like, Shari, what are you doing?
Oh, the burritos, the fried burritos.
fried
Oh my God. Oh my
When I-
God.
When I tell you, everybody's like, you don't even eat meat. I know I don't, but I'm about to eat this meat.
This is my yearly.
I was
Meat.
so sick. Oh, I was so sick. It was so worth it. And guess what? When I go home, I'm gonna do it again.
You do it again.
I'm gonna do
Right.
it again.
Some sickness be worth.
You know what you're gonna do again is that seafood mac and cheese. That's what you're gonna do again.
Mm.
That shit was radical.
I didn't even have it, but I'm agreeing. Like, yeah.
Listen, I'm making some tomorrow. Will bought the stuff for me to make it tomorrow.
I need you to freeze some, pack it in some dry ice, just a small portion.
Okay.
Corey, you already know you ain't going to get yours. You know how long before you get that damn t-shirt.
Okay. Look, you see, I ain't even say nothing. I'm
He
like,
He like,
shit.
okay.
I've been to die waiting on that.
Oh. Anyway, so until next time, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Now She Unbothered. Peace.
Nope. That was funny. Yeah, shit. Uh-oh.